Koro mi aparonu. Ni kwa biro dala ne kamo teleka. Unma dalau. Kendo ka une dalau ka. Bedwe kombegi. Kutegno. Kendo kuwuthu mutegno. Ka udgi title madalani. Awacho non jelo jagot. Yana dhilimo giel doret. Mana duweni. Akadho budalane. Kora kweo ni gik manane no budalane ka. Professor Weko di okel kaluo kocha. Monde kwa unge mutegi lwedo mutegno. Dholuo wacho niya. Nikimia lweti koni. Tami lweta koni. Wayedu kone lwetwa. Koma koregi Raila unya lego mutegno kendo mati.
Joey!
Okuyene ki makrega Raila. Uyene ki makrega Raila. Giyene ki makrega nyang'nyongo. Mondo dhiang' mwanyedho maginyiedho ni wan be wanyedho then. Uye. Joluo uye. Bwana President, see us with 2 eyes and we shall see you with 3 eyes. If you are closer to Raila, we shall be very close to you. May God bless you abundantly.
Yuthurwa, we have to bring it to an end. We wanted it to continue. I realized that amongst the professionals, the people in the national government, the youth and the women, we had planned that they say something, but His Excellency.
Political competition is about development. And good governance means that we should have equitable development. And Western Kenya, and Nyanza in particular, has been missing on the count of development. Your Excellency, I've made it my business to actually ask the breakdown of development over the past years by county. And it is clear Nyanza and Western Kenya in the past 15 years, in fact, going further, have been receiving a raw deal when it comes to development. So I want to thank you most sincerely for being the president that sees Nyanza as being part of Kenya. I want to thank you for that, and I want to ask, my only ask will be that even as we try to develop, I would want us to see the very vulnerable. When it comes to agriculture, beyond fertilizer, I would like to request that you also invest in seedling on crops like avocado, crops like coffee, where we are planting coffee, in order for us to have enough production in the next 2 years for those industries that we are putting up to actually make sense. If we leave production only to the middle class and the rich, we will keep our people in poverty. So we want to aid them to also be part of the production. And if we do, my take would be, Your Excellency, that Kisumu International Airport be operationalized as a cargo, international cargo, to take produce to Europe and the rest of Africa.
This is one of the counties that was left out and was branded as a non-shareholding county in Kenya. We were a people who were left out as non-shareholding people of Kenya. But guess what? You brought us into the fold. Look at the number of appointments you've given to this county. Apart from that, Your Excellency, in my own constituency, which is part of this county, you picked one able lady, a young lady by the name of Miss Karen Agengo, and gave her the position of permanent secretary, and we thank you for that. Karen Agengo is not here today because she's on official duty in Addis. But I want to take this opportunity to thank you on behalf of this county and on behalf of the women for giving us that recognition. I also want to thank you, despite the fact that you didn't mention it here, Your Excellency, for having accepted to give one of our greatest sons, the late Dr. Robert Owuko, an honor. That's a bit emotional for me. But I want to thank you for honoring his memory. This is a man who served this country tirelessly. And he lost his life 30 years ago. When we had a conversation, Your Excellency, you committed that in his memory, you are going to put up a Dr. Owuko Kenya School of Government in his home ground in Nyahera. We've had a discussion with the governor, and the governor, surprisingly, was of the same mind. On Saturday, Your Excellency, I want to report to you that Mr. Noor will be in Kisumu in Nyahera with his full team of architects and engineers to do feasibility assessment of that area. I want to thank you for accepting to put 200 million in that project. Thank you, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, without taking too much time, you were supposed to have come to commission Huduma Center in Kisumu. That is the second Huduma Center within our county. In Kenya, it is the 59th Huduma Center. I'm bringing this up because I want to let you know that the people have such access to government services, easy access, and I also want to let you know that the local mama in the village can now go to get birth certificate, and the turnaround time is 20 minutes. You go to register, within 20 minutes, you leave with your birth certificate. Identity cards, within 1 week, at most 9 days, you come out with the identity card. This is one of the things that we are celebrating you for, because you've brought access, you've brought services closer to the people, and we are benefiting from that.
Peace and stability is key to the prosperity and development of Kenya. And therefore, we must continuously harness our diversity in a unified manner to be able to take our rightful place as a nation that is growing and developing by making sure that we enhance our patriotism, our working together. And as you know, there are those of us who want to continue the exclusionist agenda that we exclude others. And I have made the decision that no one must be out for anybody to be in. We can all be in. You know, we have enough for all of us as a nation to share. And that is the basis upon which Baba and myself have sat down to form the broad-based government, to make sure that inclusion, leaving nobody behind, is the chemistry that makes Kenya what it should be. So you have my commitment on that, and every step that will assist us get the country closer to unity is something that I will drive, and I will make sure that we work on it. We did approve as cabinet the elevation of the Jaramogi Referral and Teaching Hospital to level 6. And we have now taken over the funding and management of that facility. In this year's budget, I know Professor here has been spending close to 1 billion shillings every year to support that facility. Now, Professor, you will have an extra 1 billion shillings to do something else. You can now go and improve some of the smaller facilities. In our budget from next month, we have allocated 3 billion shillings to not just manage, but to begin the process of transforming that facility to a truly level 6 facility. And there are other interventions that we are going to carry out in that facility, because it occupies a significant place in making sure that we support health provision at that level. Many people still come to Moi Teaching and Referral, others come to Kenyatta. And so with now the takeover and the improvement of Jaramogi, we should be able to do more. But the good news is that Jaramogi will now have 3 billion shillings from this year, money that was not there in the past. And hopefully we should be able to see a difference in that facility. We are looking at the expansion of Kisumu County. What we have done is that we are now working on a master plan, a new master plan for Kisumu County. We have already completed a new air control facility which costed the government of Kenya about 3 billion shillings. The next time I'm in Kisumu, I am going to launch it officially because it's done. It was just remaining about 2-3%. And as part of looking at Kisumu as one of the hubs for the region and its expansion. Today, as I talk to you here, the CS Blue Economy and the CS Defense are in Kisumu, as you heard Professor say. We are doing a ferry. We're starting today. And shortly it will be available for lake transport. And I agree with Professor that we also have another ferry. So we are going to spend 800 million, about 750 to 800 million shillings on this ferry we are starting today. The request from Professor, which is also correct, is that we do another ferry to join Kisumu with Siaya, Usenge, and those other areas. And I want to commit that we are going through KPA to provide 750 million shillings to do the second ferry. I was in Kisumu and we launched the Lake Victoria Search and Rescue Center, a facility that's going to cost us in total about 3.2 billion. That facility is going on. I got a brief this morning. It's about 35% complete. We intend to complete it. It will assist us with what Professor was talking about. We lose about 4,000 people in the lake every year because we don't have a proper search and rescue facility when people get into trouble. So this facility is going to reduce the people who we lose at the lake. It's also going to have outposts in different, apart from the facility we have in Kisumu. It will have rescue boats. It will have, we're trying to make sure that it has a helicopter so that if it is necessary to rescue people from the fish, from the lake, we make sure that we can do that at short notice and provide the necessary expertise. It's going to be a regional center that's going to serve the whole region, but it is a facility that we have it in Kisumu. Thank you very much for giving me an opportunity to lead this nation that we all love. Thank you very much for also agreeing to the coming together of both Baba and myself so that we can form the broad-based government. And just so that you have the right context, the broad-based government is neither a creation of Baba or myself. It is God-sent. I say that because it is what is necessary for us to have the political goodwill to be able to push the development agenda of our nation because transformation of a nation is not an easy thing. It is difficult. It takes very difficult decisions to transform a nation. And therefore, you need immense goodwill to be able to drive any meaningful transformation of a nation. And therefore, I sincerely appreciate your support for the broad-based government, and I want to give you my assurance that no Kenyan, no region, no community, no religion is going to be left behind. We're going to move together.